What up, YouTube.com is this is a video. It's a YouTube tips video. I don't know what to talk about. I'm just turning the camera on and then letting it roll and just seeing if something comes out. So the thing that's on my mind is always going to be on my mind is going to be this idea of quality versus quantity, and what maybe just discussing a little bit like what quality means on YouTube, because quality can mean a lot of different things, honestly. So I keep getting these comments: quality over quantity, quality over quantity, quality over quantity, but like it doesn't mean anything to like someone who doesn't know anything about YouTube or what works on YouTube. Because I don't know. I think the only thing that would be like clear quality would be consistent posting, and other than that, like not really much else, because I'm running 20 channels. They all have different varying levels of quality. I use one channel as my main channel. And that one has a different level of quality than another channel I have that's about a video game, which I'm actually performing better than all the rest of my channels on. So I take time to make a thumbnail and make it more of a packaged product, because I'm running more serious projects on there. And I have like an intro script, and like last night I used an editing trick that I'd learned from another video when I was skill building or whatever. And it's like, and then I have another little channel that I just started of another video game that I've never played before, and I put up 2 15-minute videos of me just playing the game and not really paying attention, and that video just got hundreds of views. It's outperforming my channel with 300 subs now, and it's, in terms of quality, it's not quality at all. It was just me turning the camera on with my low grainy camera here and my microphone that I have to put my face right next to, or else you can't hear me. And it's got like it pumped like 6 subs overnight, and so in my terms of like metrics that are good, it got like 300 views overnight, and it's still doing like 18 views an hour right now. And now it is I don't know what's going on. Like in the what would be colloquially, I can't say that word, what would be commonly referred to as high quality, it is like a 1 out of 10, and it's performing better. Like also then to talking about what's gone viral. I just saw a video of this guy who went viral because he didn't chew a baked potato. So how is that quality? He didn't chew a baked potato and swallowed it with like only taking 2 bites of it, and then he started making self-deprecating videos of himself having his girlfriend have intercourse with a bunch of other strangers. So how is that quality? In terms of quality over quantity too, like that I don't know, this is going to be a big rant yet, but this is a tip. This is tips, because I'm trying to put this into like a perspective. I'm trying to change the perspective, change the norm, because I feel like when people say quality over quantity, they're so surface level when they're thinking about it. Because when I've started the journey, it started off so simple, just quality. I just try to make quality videos and stuff like that. But then when the layers started pulling back of like what goes into making it, and then just understanding the environment that I'm in, you know what I mean? Like imagine walking through a jungle, walking through a forest with nothing, and trying to survive in that jungle. You find all of these different things. Like there's 100 ways to skin a cat. I don't know, like the nuances and the complexities in the forest, through the algae, through the ferns, through the bushes, the vines going up the trees, and just infinite levels of complexity and different things, different ways of doing everything, different soil types, different minerals in the ground, different types of trees, just so many different things, like the temperature inside of a forest canopy, outside of a canopy. You walk 100 feet and you're getting swarmed with mosquitoes, but then you walk another 100 feet up into the woods a little bit more, and clearly there's no mosquitoes, even though the conditions for the mosquitoes are met. Because like mosquitoes like cool, moist areas where they don't get destroyed by the sunlight, but for some reason up in the canopy there's no mosquitoes. So what I'm saying here is that like you think you know something when you say quality. You're making a claim, in my opinion, that you know what quality is. But in my mind, the only thing that matters is that, like, the only thing that would create, the only way to gain an understanding of what quality would even be would be quantity. Quantity gets you there. Quality holds you back, because then that paralyzes you with fear, honestly, because if your focus is like, I need to create a quality X, not even just videos, but just anything, I need to create quality X. And then you sit there and you go, I don't know what that is. Your brain freezes up and it's like, okay, well, maybe it's this, or maybe it's that. Or you start looking at things that you don't possibly understand and you're right back to where you started. Quantity. You have to fail up. You have to fail. Like, if you want to become a YouTuber and try to replicate what Mr. Beast is doing, you still need to fail to get there. Because you can watch his videos and yada, 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 but you have no idea what the fuck anything is. Sorry for my language. Well, I don't care. This is, I don't care. This is the core crux of what I'm talking about, is like, you don't know anything. The only way to know something is to increase the amount of like failure you have in an environment. Like I said, YouTube is if you think about it mentally, is a mental forest. It's a virtual space which represents a real thing, but it is in an abstract way its own environment. And its own environment has different sets of rules that nobody really truly understands. We think we understand, but we don't really know. The only person who I would argue has like a grasp on what I mean, there's probably a bunch of people, but the only person that I've observed personally who has any sort of grasp on what is going to get the viewer to do what they want, like anybody who has a command over the YouTube environment, is Mr. Beast, because he has spent so much time obsessing over tiny little details that when you watch him talk in podcasts about it, he starts spurging and going off into it, but then he kind of reels himself back, because whenever he starts talking about these tiny little intricacies that he's developed and noticed in his environment, the person he's talking to, you can see their eyes glaze over. So then he reels it back because he doesn't know how else to explain it to somebody who can't understand, because they don't live in the same world he does. You know what I mean? It's like me. It's like taking nuclear fission, for instance, coal-powered power plants, even things that we think of as simple technology, like coal-powered power plants. Nobody even knows like the intricacies that go into them or anything about them, except for people who are specialized in that field. But the turbines in a coal-powered power plant, they're like, I feel like when most people would think of a coal-powered power plant, they probably think of some sort of like steam engine, or they don't understand like the intricacies of that plant. They just think of like big smoke towers, big cement towers with smoke stacks coming out of them. That's what they think of. But even if you know a little bit about coal, or nuclear fission or anything like that, take any piece of technology, take a lawnmower, a gas-powered 2-stroke lawnmower, and go back 2,000 years into the past and try to explain to somebody what a fucking lawnmower is. Like, the intricacies of it. Because you'll be like, oh, you don't have any lawnmowers? And they'll look at you like, huh? A lawnmower? And they're all like cavemen. And then you're gonna sit there and you're like, oh yeah, it's like this thing. It's like it's a metal box. They're like, metal? What is metal? You see, it's made of rock? Whatever. And there's like, yeah, you pull this cord, and then this, like, you hear like the dragon go, I don't know. Like, how would you explain that to them without them like looking at you like you're freaking, like you're insane? Like, you're the smooth brain, is what I'm saying. So like, this quality over quantity thing, it sounds good, but it don't mean nothing. Like I said, like, maybe this YouTube tips channel is just gonna be me saying, just do 1,000 things. Get in the environment, start posting, start failing, stop thinking you know anything. Come at it with a sense of humility. And like, what is quality? That's what I'm saying. Like, quality to me, the only thing I've been able to identify on YouTube that would be considered quality is getting videos uploaded to YouTube, because that's the only thing I've been able to identify has any sort of quality, because any idea that's in your head isn't a video that's on YouTube, so then therefore it has no quality because it's not on YouTube. Like, you need to get the iterative process going and just start doing it. It doesn't matter, like, any YouTube tips video, any different like whatever's in the hook and the analytics and, you know, the CTR and the blah 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 blah, well, all the things that these people say to like get you like this jargon to get you to watch their videos, none of that matters. You need to throw all that out and just like turn a camera on, stick it in your face, stick it somewhere, record something, and then when you go to upload, make sure the title says what it is, and that's it. Bye bye.